So this idea that there's a problem with Jesus being crucified and then he's dead and buried 3 days and 3 nights. I understand why people can see that there's a problem with this on the first glance. Because, there's Friday night, Saturday night, 2 nights. The Bible specifically says there's 3 nights and 3 days. And some people want to say, oh, he wasn't really crucified on Friday. But Mark says it was the day before the Sabbath, so Friday. That's a done deal. Unless you want to change the word and not accept what it says, that's a done deal. So you've got Friday crucifixion. And the thing is, though, it says in the scripture in the Gospels that the region went dark as Jesus was, after he was crucified, right after. But in Luke, in the King James Bible, it says the whole world was dark. It's important to note here that the darkness extended from the 6th to the 9th hour. And one could wonder, oh, did Jesus die after that? But look at that "and" there in verse 46. That indicates that everything's happened at the same time. So it's in the time of the darkness that Jesus dies. So there's night number 1. And then we see in Genesis chapter 1, in the King James Bible, the definition of night is the whole world going dark. Something I think that's really indicative here is look at that end of verse 4. God divided the light from the darkness. So night here in this passage is like a divider, like a split, a slice from the day. In the universal discourse of the Bible, night is kind of like a divider. We can see it here in Amos. It's as if night is a cut in the day. And he maketh the day dark with night, that calleth forth the waters. So what you have then is Jesus is crucified on Friday, then the whole world goes dark. There's number 1. Okay, so that's a night. Some people might not accept that, might not like that, but in the universe of discourse of the Bible, that is the definition of night in chapter 1 of Genesis. So it may not be our definition now of what night is in our modern world. In our world, we call night, maybe we think of it as something different. But in what the Bible itself defines as night, you have a first night happening right after Jesus is crucified. So there's the first one. So Friday's crucified. There's the first night happens right after he's crucified. And there's still Friday, because that lifts a little bit into, I think it's 3 hours. First night on Friday, and then Friday day, and then you've got Friday night. There's the second night right here. Then you've got Saturday. And you've got Saturday night, because there's the third night right there. Darkness that was in the whole world. And Friday night, Saturday night. There's 3. Okay, then the days are Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So there's no contradiction at all. It's just people have not been reading the scripture carefully. Just putting 2 and 2 together is very simple. So that's another Bible contradiction I think that's considered extremely daunting. But the solution, of course, is right in the scripture, as always. So that is a done deal. The King James Bible's logic is held up as perfect, as always.